Alright, so where were we? Part 6 of my one sheet. Start off here with the giant spider invasion, creeping, volume crushing. Group 1's amazing new super sensation. Ever see this movie? It is very cheap. So are all the spiders. They're not anywhere near as cool as the ones on their poster here. Great artwork. Blood dripping off the fangs. People running in terror. Alan Hill's in this movie. Did you guys know that? Alan Hill, the skipper from Gilligan's Island, plays a fat sweaty sheriff in this movie. If you guys are fans of Mr. Science Theater 3000, they did use this film in one of their episodes. So you can always watch it in that way. We've got Netflix, you can instant play. Look for the giant spider invasion on Misty 3K. You can watch them lampoon this flick, and it deserves it. Cool poster, not so cool movie. You guys enjoying that? Hope you are, because we're moving on now. Oh, look, more tarantulas. This one's the black belly of the tarantula. With needles dipped in deadly venom, the victims are paralyzed, so they must lie awake and watch themselves die. Came out in the 70s. It's an Italian flick. One of their, I believe it's called Yellow. That's how they pronounce it. Giallo. It's Italian for the word yellow. These movies were very popular during the 70s. Basically got a killer, you've never seen his face. First people would die. He would hunt him, track him down, and kill him. There's usually a preponderance of police evidence involved, and at the end, the writer and director would just kind of arbitrarily pick someone to be the killer and come up with some convoluted reason for the person killing everybody. That's more or less how these movies are set up. This is just one of who knows how many that were made during the 70s. Actually started in the 60s. Mario Bava kind of made the first one. Then Dario Argento popularized it. Actually, I don't remember who directed this one. I'm trying to look for a name. Not seeing it very quickly. But anyways, directed by Paolo Cavara. Barbara Boucher's in the movie. This one actually doesn't involve a tarantula. I believe the venom... this guy does stab his victims with a needle. It's actually some kind of poison off a wasp, but it paralyzes but leaves him conscious as he goes to work on them. I've seen the movie once, can't really give you a lot of details because a lot of those movies kind of blend together. But I do remember being a decent flick. It's not the best of those type of Italian movies. But it was a decent little movie. I wouldn't mind actually watching it again, just refresh myself on it. Poster I got for under 20 bucks. There's a very slight tear right here in the where the fold, right in the middle, kind of makes a corner as you're folding. Unfortunately, a little tear. There's a slight tear here along crease lines, but not too bad. And I keep my posters flat. I no longer fold them up or anything. They came to me folded, but I keep them flat and I store them like this. That way I won't make those tears and rips any worse. Well, that's the black belly tarantula. Neat little 70s poster. Move on to Mausoleum. Centuries of evil have just awakened. Very cool poster, very crappy movie. Came out in the 80s. I don't know if you like cheesy 80s movies. Maybe you like it. Normally I do, but this one I just never get into. Has Marjo Gortner in it. I'll let you, the cameraman, and your eyes peruse the poster. I don't really have a lot to say about this. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the movie. I did love this poster, though, quite a bit. Very cool image. There's a Mausoleum. Jerry Zimmerman and Michael Franzese present Mausoleum.
With LaWanda Page.
Yes. Highlighted with the little rectangular box. Very nice for her. I already wasted several minutes here, but hopefully, most likely I'll spend the rest of the video on this poster though. Something is out there, coming closer. Closer, closer! Don't be afraid to be afraid. They're coming to get you. This is another actually Italian movie, came out during the 70s. The Italian name of the flick is All the Colors of the Dark, which if you look for on DVD, that's the name of the flick, All the Colors of the Darks. As it said here, stars Edwidge Finish, if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, and George Hilton. Both of these individuals had done actually a lot of Italian movies, and neither one was Italian. They did quite a bit of Italian flicks. They actually starred in several movies together. It's another one of those giallo movies from Italy. It's directed by Sergio Martino, who's kind of known in the business. Besides the movie, I wanted to talk about the poster, which is very cool. I got it for 15 bucks. It's a mint shape. The artwork's done by, I guess is it Basil or Basil? I think Basil Gogos is probably the more correct pronunciation of the name. Basil Gogos, that I mentioned him. I think I mentioned him in another one of my other episodes. We did a lot of artwork for men's magazines and posters and books, and he's probably best known for doing Famous Monsters of Filmland. He did many covers for that popular magazine, and his covers are the most well-known, most liked, the most valuable of the Famous Monsters of Filmland magazines. Which actually they restarted that magazine a year or two ago, and Basil Gogos and did a cover. I think it was the first cover for the relaunch of the magazine. It ran to about 80 or 81. Started 57, ran to 80 or 81 before it got canceled. And then just started again a couple years ago. But like I said, this is all Basil right here, Gogos. They added this. This is just an American name released to it. Put out by Independent International. It's actually kind of a cheap poster. It doesn't have a slick finish. There's no NSS number on it or anything. But this is an original poster. Like I said, it's a mint shape. There's absolutely no problems, no wrinkles, nothing on this. And I got it for $15. It's a smoking deal. Especially being Basil's work, I can get a lot more money for this poster. But very cool. Definitely like this. Like I said, Edwidge Finish, she was in a lot of these movies. She was a dark-haired beauty. Did a lot of horror, usually playing the victim, but she did, after a while, start playing the villainess. But, I don't want to get too long right here. I already showed a few posters. I think we're probably going to wrap up on this. We'll do a quick preview. This will be in next episode, Screams of a Winter Night, which if you ever heard or seen this movie, I'd be quite surprised. But there's the poster, and we will talk about it in part 7 of my episode series of One Sheet Posters. Thank you very much.